Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it, like we were evolved to do. Berry week. The next few videos coming up this week, and maybe next week too, it's going to be talking all about berries. We have been in berry season now for the past month or two, but we're about to reach the peak, at least in the ancestral seasonal diet of Northern Europe. The larger tree fruits are not quite ripe enough at this time. Makes sense, of course, they are larger and they need more time and space to grow after the winter when things come to life. And that's why the first fruits that come to season in the year are the smaller berries. And now, most berries only take about a month to mature after they are pollinated, and that can start in the early spring and sometimes even in the winter. In most climates, actually, even in very cold ones, there are some winter berries that can be found actually and eaten fresh. In the middle of the winter, I did a video on it right here. But the springtime is really when the most berries start to mature and start to be ready to eat. And sometimes the plants are only producing these fruits for 1 to 2 months, depending on the berry. So we are right in the middle of berry season now, and these would have been a huge part of our ancestors' diet from about May until July-ish, depending on where. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, blackcurrants, red currants, gooseberries, blackberries, European cranberries, mulberries, Saskatoon or Juneberries, dewberries. Now, some of these are not native to Europe that I just mentioned here. They're native to the US, but similar climates and similar family of species, so I added those items all here. Now, most berries are in season now, like I mentioned, but there are a couple tree fruits that are actually starting to produce fruit now, such as cherries, peaches, plums, apricots, those types of things, but they're more found in southern Europe at this time of year, and more berries in the northern part of Europe, depending on where your ancestors are from. And if you're from other parts in the world too, we're looking at things like watermelons, cantaloupe, kiwis, mango, pineapple, those kinds of things are all in season right now, and many more, but I don't speak about the rest of the world's food pretty much, mostly. You guys are Northern European watching this channel, I can see on the analytics so far, but I will cover the others. But for now, for the Northern European ancestral seasonal diet, we should be focused on the berries at this time of year. I know there's a lot of berries to choose from, and some might be hard to find in your local grocery store, but remember, these are only in season for 1 or 2 months, and then we don't really have any more berries to eat until next year. So it is worth it, and it's not that hard to stock up on berries and binge them for the next month or two. You may have to go to some specialty stores or farmers markets or things like that, but you should be able to find most of these berries listed here around this time of year. Then, when we get to the late summer and the fall, it's a whole new group of tree fruits for coming in season that time. But the berries especially are in season for a very short time right now, and we should make the most use of it while we can. Our ancestors would have done the same, and they are all super tasty at this time of year too. Really nutritious and really sweet. And also don't forget, our ancestors would have been jarring or jamming or preserving lots of these berries too to eat in the winter, but now is the time where we really need to eat the most fresh ones.